Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. We're back. We played a Yumiko game last time. I think what we'll do today is... This is kind of tough. I almost want to do a Moriko run. Oh my god, Gordon Ramsay spits out his microwave food. Oh no. That episode... that is, like, one of my least favorite episodes of Kitchen Nightmares, because you have the sister is, like, the only one trying to do anything, and then the dad is useless, and the brother who's running the business is useless, right? The dad who's the owner is useless, and the brother who's running the business but doesn't own it is useless, and they both hate her. It's, like, one of the most depressing Kitchen Nightmares episodes I think I've ever watched, just because, like, you clearly see how, like, the brother hates his sister, and it makes the sister really sad, and I don't know, I didn't want to open that window. I just wanted to see when the last time we played Moriko was. It's been a hot minute. It's been 2 weeks. Now I'm sad thinking about that Kitchen Nightmares episode again. We can play Moriko. It's a dog water episode, for real, on God. Can I get an Ohio moment? So what have I been up to? Well, I have a funny little anecdote moment, don't I? So I mentioned it a while ago, and it Eldritch Parasite, bruh, sister, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Get me out of here. So I mentioned it a while ago. I wanted to finally start doing, like, tabletop stuff and, like, DMing. And so I got a few friends together, and we did our first session, like, a week ago, and then we did our second session this week. And it was supposed to be a one-shot, but it got derailed. And so, you know, now it's just a multi-session game that we're doing, and we had to end on a cliffhanger because somebody had to go. But, listen, I'm a horrible DM. I'm a dog shit DM. But everybody's, like, laughing, having fun. People are looking forward to the next session. So, maybe I'm not so bad. It's, we're playing, whatchamacallit. We're playing a game system called Kids on Bikes. Because I wanted something that was very, very rules light. So that I didn't have to, like, manage a bunch of rules. Like, I don't want to look up. I don't want to look up rules mid game. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to look up rules mid game, and I didn't really feel like reading a Encoding Overloaded. But you know, sometimes you have to read things that you don't like to see. Yeah, you know, sometimes you should use a faster preset. It's true. But, like, for my first session, I did not want to get bogged down in rules. I did not want to think about rules. I did not want to do anything like that. So I just, like, I was looking at rules light systems, and Kids on Bikes works pretty well. You can very easily, like, it flows really well. There's not that many rules. And when you do need to, like, when I did have to look up a rule, it was pretty easy to just, like, wing it and not really care. And it's pretty fun. It's a pretty good system. I like it a lot. It's not very, like, concrete. It's not very concrete, baby. It's pretty, like, loose, and it doesn't really have any guidelines for, like, the story or how you run it outside of the whole point about it is a collaborative world building endeavor. So the idea is the school's doomed, right? Yeah, school's doomed. The idea is you build the world together by going in circles of like imagine you're sitting around a table, right? You go in circles of asking questions about the world, and each player gets to make, like, multiple assertions about the world, right? And so It's not very original, but we came up with the idea of, like, having a gold mine. And right now, that's what they're doing. They're in the gold mine. I don't know why I'm buying this. This is dog shit. But we are here. We bought it. We spent Doom to get it. Hate to see that. I will spend 1 Doom to lower the threat level, just so that I hopefully don't have to take, like, bonus threat level damage here. We have to go to the seaside twice. I'll take a low threat level seaside, that's fine. Our stats are pretty bad. I'm not really, like, particularly worried about it, but I do want to get the EXP for leveling up. Me and -2 reason Rutsu. So true, bestie. The mansion is doomed. Bruh. But, there's not really, like... It's a very, like, light system, right? Like, the rules aren't very long. It doesn't have, like... Ooh, Demon Mask. That's kind of fun, actually. Because once we take stamina damage, we can actually just, like, use it for free for the rest of the game. Now, this is not stamina damage. There's a fly that got in my apartment, and it's been buzzing around all day. And it keeps landing on, like, my water bottle, and it's really annoying. Sorry, distraction aside, right? It's really enjoyable because you're just focusing on the game. You're focusing on the RP, the story. You don't really have to worry about, like, oh no, you know, what's, like, I'm trying to do this very specific thing, so I have to read a rule, like, I have to read, like, 3 pages of rules to figure it out. Or, like, I'm trying to cast this spell in a complicated way. I didn't want to deal with it at all. So, Kids on Bikes has been very fun, just rules light system. And it's got a very unique mechanic where the narrative is controlled based on the dice rolls, right? So, if you are oh, we're running away from this. I'm not dealing. Oh, no. If you are making, like, a dice roll for something, right? How do I do 2 damage here? I guess I throw the flashlight, right? So, the narrative control is determined by the dice roll to an extent, right? Like, obviously you're playing a role-playing game. If the DM needs to narrate a scene, they can, and if a player needs to narrate a scene, they can. Like, be adults about it, you know? If somebody wants to narrate something, just, like, use your words, talk about it. It's very easy. You know, just basic human communication. But one of the things that's really neat about it is, like, let's say I'm the DM, right? And the player is running away from a Wendigo or something like that, right? And they fail the dice roll to running away from the Wendigo, right? Depending on how badly they fail, like, the control of what happens is, like, to me, because they failed. But if they succeed, and depending on how well they succeeded, they get to narrate it. And if you succeed something, like, insanely well, right? Like, there's a table for it. So, if you... Me when the parasite stirs? The hell is wrong with you? Me and my broken bone Rutsu. So, like, let's say you're running away from the Wendigo. Like, I'm just Until Dawn posting right now. Let's say you're running away from the Wendigo, and you get to the part where, like, you're running through a building, and it's chasing behind you. You can, like, let's say that you roll really, really well, and you roll significantly higher over the difficulty check, because your rolls can explode. So let's say you get, like, a +10 over what you were supposed to roll. If you do that, then, to the DM's discretion, you can actually get some sort of benefit or bonus that, like, you wouldn't have otherwise. So let's say you get, like, an exploding roll, you know, it's a difficulty check 15, you roll a 20, like flight is your highest stat, so you get to roll a 20 because you assign dice to your different stats. So if, like, your highest stat is what gets the d20, and then your lowest stat is what gets the d4, it's a really neat system. You have one dice for each stat, and then that's, like, your range of how good you are at something. Like, you're running away from the Wendigo, you hit a 20, so that's, like, an exploding roll, so you get to roll the 20 again. Or you get to roll the d20 again, and then you roll, like, I don't know, like a 15 plus or something, so you've got, like, a 10 plus, so it's, like, the highest on the chart. What you can do is, I as the DM can say, like, okay, you get an advantage from that you otherwise wouldn't have. So it's like, as you're running, you can, like, you see, like, you're running through, like, a derelict building, like a pretty destroyed building that's barely being held up, and you see, like, this sort of, like, loose piece of infrastructure, like this, like, weak support beam that you can then, like, hit with something you're carrying, or maybe you just shoulder check it or something on your way out. And as you do that, the building collapses around the Wendigo, you know? You could do something like that. That's really cool. And you can also, like, players can help each other with, like, if they fail a dice roll, you get, like, an adversity token, and players can spend adversity tokens helping other players. So it's really neat. It's a really neat system. It's very easy to just kind of do whatever the hell you want with it, and I like it a lot. I definitely really enjoy rules light stuff so far, just because it's just overall pretty decently enjoyable. And I don't have to worry about, like, oh no, they shot, like, an arrow that has a trajectory, and I have to count, like, I'm being facetious on purpose. Like, no, you would have to be playing the most insufferable role-playing game of all time for that to be the case. But to an extent, it is, like, I really just didn't want to bother with rules. Like, I want to do a Cyberpunk thing, but Cyberpunk Red, like, their rules are, like, I didn't want to read the book. I didn't want to catalog all those rules in my brain. Like, I feel like if I did that, I would just be looking up rules every 2 seconds. And so playing with this rules light system so far has been an absolute blast. And I'm trying to think about what it's actually called, because I was looking up, like, other RPG systems. You can select one injury and heal it for free. Me and Broken Bones Rutsu. That was a misclick, by the way. But it worked out. That's cool. This is the arc. So I can't remember what it was called, but it was like this trilogy, or like quad book series. It was basically like, it is a consistent rules system from, like, different time periods. So you had, like, the fantasy version of the rules, you had, like, the modern version of the rules, the cyberpunk version of the rules, and the space version of the rules. I don't remember what it's called. I think I have it bookmarked, but the reason why I was interested in it is people seem to say, like, oh yeah, it's got a decent amount of fluff, or fluff, is that the right word? Where it's like you can, like, make builds and, like, get into the rules if you really want to, but it's also, like, simpler than other rules, or, like, rule systems. I think I have it bookmarked. Is it, like, can I just check? Like, can I just check my bookmarks real quick? No, I have Kids on Bikes bookmarked? Ugh. I already bought Kids on Bikes. I don't need it. Although, if like, honestly, Kids on Brooms could be, like, really good. Like, I really like Kids on Bikes so far, so the fantasy version is probably pretty based as well. But, like, let's see, core rulebooks. It should be there. Like, I found it pretty quickly, just scrolling through the website. Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory. City without number. That's what it is. Without number. So it's like cities without number, stars without number, worlds without number, that sort of thing, right? I was interested in that. I was interested in that. I heard it's really good. It is a mithril bestseller, apparently. Deft handling's really nice. I like deft handling a lot. And I'm going to take a point of perception. We want our perception to be like 7 or 6, I think. It's a pretty good point to leave your perception. But we do want to get folklore studies again and get our knowledge up to 8. Because that's the only stat that's going to go up to 8. Hey, I have perception. Hell yeah. Yippee. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed doing it, and I've had a lot of fun with the first 2 sessions. And honestly, like, a lot of the stuff that I was initially worried about, I should not have been worried about at all. Like, I remember, like, when I was looking up videos about, like, how to be a good DM, one of the things people are always like is, hey, if you notice the players being quiet, or they're not having opportunities to roleplay, like, you should, like, there are techniques that you can do to get them in the conversation or whatever. That's easy as hell. That's so easy to do. Like, you can literally just, like, shift the focus to them effortlessly. Like, like, that to me has been so easy, like, noticing, although it is a little bit difficult because, and I don't think anybody minds this because everybody's just sort of enjoying the story together. The thing that has been trouble, and I mean, I don't really know how to avoid this. I think this is something that you get with experience. I'm gonna let her sleep, because we have to come back, right? For Wordless Ward. Is the characters had to basically be not coerced into the plot, but like, and not led to the plot either, because like, obviously, all of the players are trying to progress the plot because they want to, like, see the story, you know? They want to get invested in the story. And so everybody is obviously working towards that goals, but to roleplay their characters realistically, it's like, how do you get characters who are, like, scared and not wanting to be near the monster? How do you get them near the monster, right? When you have to start them, well, you don't have to. You can start them any way that you want. But the way that we started them, they were sort of in, like, a neutral/friendly environment. And so how do you get them out of the friendly environment and into the hostile environment? And that was something that we all kind of had to work together to do. And it was fun. It was a collaborative experience. I think that if you... I think we can do Wordless Ward now. Maybe we do Fear Festival, just because, like, we don't have roads closed yet. Yeah, we don't have roads closed yet. Although the forest is doomed, isn't it? Probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe a little bit of a mistake. I don't really want you for 2 funds, buddy. I don't want to sell something for you. I don't really want to sell something for Asato either. Like, maybe we should have sold the handcuffs for Asato. Oh no, my laundry? No way. Now that is an appropriate price for an appropriately sized friend. Our sanity did kind of get thrown into the goddamn dumpster, didn't it? I will spend money on Hermit, 100%. Hermit wants the thing from the store, we buy Hermit the thing from the store, 100. I will say, though, that, like, when you're doing a role-playing thing, it really just is, like, you have to work with everyone. And if you don't work with everyone, then obviously that sucks, right? So... we're gonna go into Wordless Ward after this, so, I mean, having a flashlight would be nice, but, well, we do not even have to get that cured. I do not care about me and Broken Jaw Rutsu whatsoever. Not a goddamn care in the world. 70% chance to hit? Ugh. No way. No way, dude. That sucks. I almost want to shoot, but I won't. I'll have some self-restraint. Like, if we miss that, that's disastrous. We go down to, like, 12. Ugh. Me and start running Rutsu. We got 7 strength. Iwa's there to cheer us on. Alright. The C slot item would be amazing if we were not Moriko. Now, unfortunately, we're Moriko, so we don't want the... Please? Please let me out. My speedrun. My speedrun. Thank you. Get me the hell out of here. Get me the F out of here. I guess we can make our strength go up to 8 now. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know why I took Outdoorsman. It doesn't really matter. Me when the parasite isn't stirring because our water is contaminated. Not even the parasite would stir to that goddamn water. Goddamn disgrace. So this is the scariest area, I think. If we clear this mystery, there's a pretty good chance we can win. Pending. Patent pending. I almost want to say peace of mind, but like 61% Doom Mystery 4. We could get branded and we could get Vital Clued. So I think I'll take Jar of Blood just because like we're actually gonna get multiple stamina stat. No. No. How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? On the day of my daughter's goddamn wedding. Get the hell away from me, you psychos. And I had to take the sanity damage! Because 5 stamina is way too much. I think we shoot this boss to death with bullets and hellfire. Oh god, oh god. This is stamina, right? Which, I have to look this up. I'm sorry. We're having a WoW Wiki moment. It's Mortuary Blues. One of these is stamina and I want it. I typed in Morty. Search the cabinet, that's stamina, okay. Thank God. Neighbor jump scare, by the way? Sorry about that. No! We're dead if the lighthouse says so. No. I'm in agony, I'm crying. Me when I'm donating my blood. It's still, like... The last mystery is pretty easy. So I'm not on like copium just like I'm on copium right now. But I'm not like it's not hopeless. It's entirely possible that we win this. Now I'm gonna grab a couple extra of these. Just because, you know. Oh, that's the wrong. Hold on. Oh, wait, you're not a ghost. This is the last night that you have to spend with them. I mean, might as well. Me and -2 stamina Rutsu. Folklore studies, get that knowledge up there. I mean, the problem is, like, there's no way we get charisma up by 4 points. So, I'm not even looking at the lighthouse. It's Heart of Darkness. That does not bode well. That does not bode well, chat. I'm a little bit nervous. This is one of the easiest mysteries in the game, but all it takes is 1 minus sanity and we're dead. That's all it could take. We don't know. You're taking my piece of goddamn mind. I don't have anything else to give you. I'm sorry. Oh my god, it's Jover, chat. It's so over. We're marching to our death. How dare you? Me and 100% chance Rutsu. Gotta take the Doom. You gotta take the Doom. One more event after this, right? One more, vent. Among Us sus. Kill me, but don't actually. Get me out of here. No. Should have saved a bullet for homeboy. So, if we get hit by this guy and there's a dexterity check, we die, right? So, we gotta brace. And then we gotta dodge. Probably should have just full sent it, honestly. Under that impression. But let's see. Yeah, no, we can't, we have to dodge. Which is not ideal. We don't really like that. Oh my god. Are you saying it's real, chat? There's no way we miss a 97. Oh no. Oh my god. Whoa, we have holes! No! I forgot. We have holes. No. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Is it fine though? Charisma and the light source. It's like the that one gif where the guy's looking at the camera and he's like, no, 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 it's not happening. It is unfortunately Jover. There is a strength check though, so that's funny. But Eldritch Parasite wins again. Holes really does just mean you die on Eldritch Parasite. But it's not even the holes that's gonna kill us. I can't even complain about that. It's actually, if you can believe it, not holes. It's our dwindling sanity that we got the shit kicked out of us. I wonder, that's 5 stamina, right? So if we got hit by the whatchamacallit, we would have died anyways. Like, we'd have to kill them both on the same turn. You run away from the guy, you don't get hit by the other guy, but you still die to sanity. It's a weird thing. Like, I guess if you had the light source, it would have been significantly more fine, but yeah, this is what it is. But you know what else it is? It's also Pokidoku time, baby. No evolution line ghost. I'm screwed. It's over. It's over. Spiritomb. Sinnoh. That's Gen 4, right? That's Gen... I'm gonna guess. And by that I mean, Piplup Go. Oh. Oh, I thought that was Sinnoh Water. It's no evolution line. Suicune. Well, we're not getting a 9X. Sinnoh, no evolution line. Spiritomb. Shit. I wonder if, Rotom counts or whatever. Ghost Legendary? Giratina. You know what? Giratina doesn't evolve. That's just a different form. Goddamn right. Ghost Dual Type. Gengar. That's Poison. Legendary Sinnoh. Palkia. Whatever the hell Palkia origin is, that ain't it, Chief. Legendary Water? Squeak, what is it called? Waking? Walking Wake? Not a legendary Pokemon. Okay, understood. Sinnoh Dual Type? Drifbloom. Rotom Wash. I mean, that's... Probably could have... Palkia's a water type? Wait, Palkia's a water type? How did I never know that? Ugh. I cannot pronounce his name for whatever reason. I just tried twice, it failed. For some reason, that's a legendary, but the weird version of it is not a legendary? Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Spiritomb, Sableye, Delmise does not have an evolution line. I thought Rotom might work. And Rotom would have worked. That's very interesting that Rotom would have worked there. Even though there's so many different Rotoms, it's not like evolutions, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next episode of whatever you decide to watch next. Bye-bye.